Hey, my name's James Nicholson. House prices are up. It is freezing today. Let's talk about what is going on with house prices. Interesting data out today from the Nationwide. It was expected, the analysts expected that Nationwide data would be down, but it's up. How much is it up? Also, what are Nationwide saying about things going forward now? There's a lot to cover in this. It's going to be an interesting one. But before we jump into this, as ever, make sure that you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification if you haven't done already. We're nearly at 18,000 subscribers now. We hit 17,000 this week. It's going very well, so thanks to everyone that does that. And while you're here, smash the like button, tickle the like button. Interesting the amount of people that get really upset about me asking for that in the YouTube comments. I'm going to keep asking because it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. If you're one of those cool people that does smash that like button, I really, really appreciate it. If you're a miserable person and that really upsets you, go and watch something else. Now, Nationwide, they are a big lender. They lend under various different brands, and it's interesting because they give us regular updates, monthly updates. And so where we get house price data from is various different places. We get the Halifax, they give us some really good data. We get the Nationwide, we get the Land Registry, which is the official ultimate end data. And we get various different sources as well from time to time. But this is one of the big ones that we get every month on the first of the month. Now, Nationwide are saying house prices are up again this month. And for them, this is the third consecutive increase in a row. Now, it's not a big increase. They're saying that house prices have gone up 0.2%, right? Barely up at all. A smidge up at that. However, it's interesting, isn't it? Because if we were forecasting house prices a year ago today, we would have said that house prices are so likely to drop in 2023. I would have thought, at one stage I was saying I felt house prices would go down 8% this year. Other people were saying more than that. There's YouTubers that a lot of you comment, always in my comments saying, go and look at this channel. A guy saying that the market's going to crash 35%. He's been saying that since 2022. Hasn't happened yet. He could be right. That could happen. We're going to have a difficult 2024 for sure, but the market has been way more resilient than people would have thought. So we've gone up a smidge this month, which is definitely better than down for sure. And in my opinion, I would prefer to have just a stable market for a few years. No big increases, no big decreases, because inflation taken into account, that means house prices have gone down, but people haven't lost a ton of money because inflation is in real terms making your house worth less. If you sold your house for 100 grand in 2021, you could have bought a lot more with that 100 grand than you could today in 2023. And that means that less people go into negative equity. It improves affordability for everybody over time, as long as they've had some sort of pay rise as well. So house prices, we're saying, are up 0.25, and that's the third month in a row. Now, these guys all have different average house prices, but Nationwide, with their data, with what they've got on their books, they're saying the house price average at the moment is £258,557, which is pretty good. Now, here's something that's interesting. They're saying over the last 12 months, house prices have dropped, and they're saying that the drop is 2% now on an annual basis. Now, I want to explain this because that doesn't mean that house prices have only dropped 2%, and here's why. What happened at the back end of last year was we saw October, November, December was brutal. We had Kwasi's mini budget, Liz Truss's mini budget. We had interest rates from lenders that you and I could borrow from above 6.5%. We were expecting the Bank of England base rate to go to 6.5%, which means lenders would have lent to us at 8%, maybe 6%, 7%, 8%. It wasn't looking great. And so we had those drops at the back end of last year. Now, because when they talk about house prices, they talk about it on a rolling 12 month. So we've now just lost the house price drops that we had in October 22 and November 22, right? So we've got the December drop still in there. We had a little bit of a drop mid-year this year. We've had a little bit of up and a little bit of down. It's been pretty much flat in 2023, right? Even if you take into account this little increase that we've got here. And so what you'll see is when the next lot of data comes out, if it's a flat market, this might drop to 1% down. It doesn't mean that house prices haven't actually dropped more than that. They have. But remember, it's because it's the rolling 12 months, so some of that has now fallen off. So from the peak, we are down 3 or 4%. But actually, we're down more than that because if you take into account inflation, the real what you could buy with your money if you sold your house today is significantly less than it was a couple of years ago. And so that's interesting. And personally, if house prices do go down, which they are down around 10 to 15% if you account for inflation, that's way better, in my opinion, like I said, than actually taking a house from 100 grand down to 70,000 pounds, which is what some people are expecting. So what's going to happen going forward? Well, the Nationwide, their opinion is that because interest rates, the money that they lend to you at, not the Bank of England base rate, but what the lender actually lends money to you at, because that rate has dropped, you can get a rate at 4.5% now fairly easily. That now means that there is some more activity in the market. And we are hearing that from estate agents. We are seeing that from Rightmove and Zoopla. There are more people getting approved for mortgages now. There's some pent-up demand because transactions in 23 have been way lower than 21 and 22. So there's all these people that have wanted to buy something, that have sat on the sideline, that now better rates have come along. They could always afford the property, but they wanted to see a drop. They've seen a drop in interest rates, and that's made some of these people come back into the market. So while we've had data this week already from Zoopla saying asking prices are down, it doesn't necessarily mean sold transaction prices are down, because if you drop your house to 100 grand, but then you get 10 people offering on that property, you might actually sell it for 105. No one knows ultimately what's going to happen until those transactions actually complete. Some people will feel like they've got a crystal ball, or they'll try and predict, or they'll try and spin it one way or another, but we don't know until we actually get completed transactions. But this was interesting data. The actual analyst expectations for Nationwide data was a 0.4% drop in November's data. It was up 0.2. So this gives people that little bit more comfort, and that's what we want. We want a flat market. If you can keep the market flat for the next year, that's going to benefit a lot of people and going to stop a lot of people going into negative equity and causing unnecessary pain. We're still going to have inflation above 2%. So in real terms, the houses are still going to be getting cheaper. If your wage goes up in that time as well, affordability is going to come up. And if interest rates drop a little bit more, then also affordability will come back up. So things are getting better for a lot of people. It doesn't mean we're not going to have a crash. That still could happen. I'd like to know what you think with today's data. Do comment below. Do smash the like button. Why don't you go and check out some other content on my channel? Maybe start with this video right here.